Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about surviving in the UK as a new migrant or as a student who has just landed. Please stay tuned and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so. So, how do you survive as a new UK migrant? If you are just coming in from any part of the world you're coming from Nigeria or from any other part of Africa or anywhere you're coming from, you need to turn on your survival mode as you come into the UK. So what do I mean by this? So I will use my personal experience as an example to guide this conversation. I know a lot of people ask me that how do you do it, how do you cope, you do so many things, you're a personal shopper, you're a finance professional, you have your family, you have a baby, you have this, lots of people have no different versions of me, right? Yeah, so it's part of me turning on my survival mode on. Prior to my coming to the UK, I was a banker. I didn't have any entrepreneurial experience, even though I tried to market a couple of things for some family members that are into business, and actually I was successful at doing so, but I really didn't have the opportunity to explore other aspects of other things I could do because I didn't have the time. But coming into the UK, and yeah, when you come into the UK, the first thing you need to do is you need to be humble, right? You need to humble yourself. I know that in Nigeria, right, you probably might have a driver, you probably might have a nanny, you probably might have someone living in with you to help you, but that might not be the case when you get here. Even CEOs drive themselves or take the train to work. Even our ministers and our PMs, take trains to work. Nobody drives anybody, except you have to be really, really, really rich to do that. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that first of all, you need to be psychologically and mentally ready to wear your do-it-yourself garments. You need to be able to do lots of things yourself. So for instance, like I said, me, a banker coming in, I haven't really done any other job, apart from being a professional banker. And, aside from that, I used to drive an SUV. I was a big girl, I was a baby girl. But yeah, when I came in, I went to school. What shock to me was having to walk and I couldn't just drive anywhere. You have to get ready for those long walks, and there are days you have to also run to catch the bus. Oh my god, those runs and those runs to catch the bus can be really humbling. Can't count number of times where probably I was almost at the bus stop and the bus is just leaving, and sometimes the bus driver could be nice and just wait a minute, but some don't. They see you running and they still drive off. But those runs were the most humbling moments of my life. You would just see, you would just start running, to catch the bus. Or is it waking up when it's extremely cold and you look outside, it's freezing, but you still have to get to class or you need to get to work? Yeah, so that's the gist. You need to wear your survival mode garments. So what are the ventures I've gotten involved in, or what are the things you should be ready to do yourself when you come into the UK? If you have a hand skill, you should be ready and willing to explore them, to really extra sources of income, even the main source of income at the beginning, And for me, I used to know how to make cornrows and to make hair, but I never got to learn it professionally to be able to do the very difficult ones. And I remember then I got some hair products from Nigeria, right? Crochet braids, some expressions and all that, because the city I was, I schooled at the University of Stirling. There isn't much African stores and all that around. So I felt it was like a need. So I was like, okay, why not meet that need? So I got lots of crochet braids and I got lots of expressions, and yeah. And that was how I became a hairstylist, from a banker to hairstylist. And I started taking bookings, and there's nothing that I intend to do that I don't put my energy in. When I go to church, we have an African church, I'll tell them, oh, I make hair, even though I didn't have much time, but at least just doing 2 Hair bookings a week was enough to pay my rent, really, because by the time I sell the crochet braids and I make the hair, it was enough to pay my rent for the month. That was how good, how sweet it was, even though I didn't get to do this for a long time, but I did that. And also, be ready to sell your skill anywhere and anywhere you have the opportunity to. If you do makeup, if you make hair, any vocational skill you have, you could print out small cards. You could do that from Nigeria. So I'm giving this insight for those of you in Nigeria. If there's any vocational skill you can do, because some things are cheaper to do in Nigeria, you could print out very small handbills or small complimentary cards, and if you get to your destination, if there are local stores around, local African stores, drop your cards there for them to give it to people that are coming to use their service or buy products from them. Also, if you have these items to sell as well, say you bring in crochet, you bring in hair accessories to sell, you could also go into a partnership with the local store around you. That could you present the items you have to sell in their stores, for their customers coming in to buy them. They always most times agree to this. I don't know if they take some commission. I never got to sell at that level. I was just only doing man to man. And also, I actually did Facebook markets also, so you could advertise your wares, your service, and everything on Facebook markets. I really got lots of people that found me through Facebook markets. I actually also opened an Instagram page, which I've closed down now, but for the hair, right? And I also have a Facebook account for it. I still get people who reach out to me, but I no longer take bookings because everything was like a journey. You need to be ready for the journey, right? And whatever skill you have to survive at that stage you are in the journey, you need to be ready to apply it. So that was what I did, and that's what you should be ready to do. So even if all you can do is cornrows, my sister and my brother, just cornrows, like weaving one. That is also a marketable skill. Some people just make hair for kids, some just make natural hair, and they advertise themselves £20, £30 just to make cornrows. So be ready to make use of that skill, that gift that God has given you. So that aside, also, so after school, like I did a couple of other bookings of the hair and all that, and then it got to a point I needed to activate another side of me, and I was like, oh, this personal shopping, I've been wanting to do it from when I was in Scotland, but I didn't have the time because of school. And then when I finished school, I couldn't work immediately because I had to take care of my baby, and so I was like, oh, why not start this personal shopping thing? And that was how I started. I didn't have anybody to guide me. I didn't have anybody who was doing it. There wasn't a community of, Africans in a particular place where you could market, your product and all that. But that was how I started. I started with my friends and family. Thanks to the first few friends that, patronized me, and, they were the ones that encouraged me to start. And eventually I got to start shipping every week. I always had full load of things to ship every week, and people were like, Ruky, when did you become personal? This is your personal shopper. It's not play. I said, there's nothing I cannot do once I put my heart to it. So be ready. What am I trying to say here? Be ready to do things you haven't done before. Be ready to go out of your comfort zone, right? If you have never sold or marketed before, doesn't mean you can't do it. You have just never done it before. So be ready to do what you haven't done before. And so that was, I got to advertising on Facebook adverts. I did lots of Facebook adverts. It was really easy for me to do that and advertise to my markets because my markets are in a particular country. But when I was doing the hair, it was really difficult for me to find my niche. And I didn't really have these communities that we have around now where you could just tell them that I've put Nigerians in the UK in a particular group and you can really reach out to just them. So if I did an advert on my that was what I thought then, if I did an advert for the hair, it would just be reaching out to probably the white people in my community who don't need my products, right? Actually, I made it for a white person before. She wanted a crochet braid, but it was really a struggle, but she wanted it and I did it that way for her. So next to my point. So my point is that you have to be ready to activate. If you have to do a transit job while you are probably schooling and you can't take full-time job, see it as a journey, and you are just at that stage of your journey, and you would soon move out of it as soon as you have a plan. And you have to have a plan. this is what I'm doing. Don't get too comfortable in it. Say you are doing a care job and you're not like, you don't see yourself growing in that field. Don't get too comfortable, because sometimes, being able to do more shifts, more hours can make you forget yourself. And it might now, it's never too late to move anyway. At any point you realize that, okay, you have been too comfortable or you're ready to leave or do something different, please do so. And whatever it is you're doing, there are lots of opportunities. There are people that don't even do 9-to-5 jobs, some just cook. There are lots of people that cook to sell. There are people that sell African food stuff. There are lots of vocational skills that you can do. There are lots of, you could even be ordering from China. I know people that order things from China to sell. So, if that's your forte, if you feel that, okay, say buying and selling is something you can do or you want to do, you have platforms now that you can advertise, which is like an advantage. Unlike then, there wasn't like a community of Africans in the UK or Nigerians in the UK that's, that I could probably advertise or that you can advertise on. So you have to be ready to go out of your comfort zone. Like I said, if it's cooking, cook your delicious meals, advertise them, create a page. Everybody is creating a page now, so create a page and sell your markets on the page. My point today is that you can do it, you can survive. Just be ready. Don't be shocked. Do it. You have to do it yourself. You have to do lots of things yourself. You have to take care of your children yourself. You have to assemble the things you buy yourself. You have to, figure out things yourself. So be ready. Thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful to someone. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.